In my world, you gotta get dirty. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting dirty.
Say, what is your name, boy?
Django.
How'd you like the bounty hunting business?
Kill white folks and they pay you for it. It's not the light. I like the way you die, boy.
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
I need 100 black coffins for 100 bad men, 100 black grapes so I can...
Something up with these two. They here for that girl.
We gonna have us a Candyland tartan feathering in this house.
Monsieur Candy. Whenever you're ready.
I need 100 black coffins, black coffins, black coffins, black coffins. Oh Lord, I need 100 black coffins, black coffins.
There is no one that appreciates showmanship more than Monsieur Calvin J. Candy.
Look at me.
Bullseye.
Django. Django, have you always been alone? Django, Django, have you never loved again? Love will live on, life must go on, for you cannot spend your life regretting.
Shalom, and welcome to another installment of Elders of GMS. Excuse me. We have a special guest here, Elder Rakar. Elder Gabar is down in D.C. at this present time, and we have the researcher today will be, and you can get a shot at it, brother. Researcher is Elder Ariam Lab. All right. Today's topic is entitled Analyzing Django Unchained. Now, everybody in the camp up here in New York, I'm pretty sure saw the movie. I saw the movie. I'm pretty sure most of the brothers out there in GMS, the different states, saw the movie. If you didn't see the movie, you should go out there and definitely see the movie. You know, to rouse your spirit up, man. And basically, it'll show you that in a time of judgment there could be no mercy, man. You know. Now there was when the movie came out, there was a big controversy with this movie. Now Spike Lee had came out and gave his opinion on the movie. He said he didn't like the fact that this guy Tarantino, which he's supposed to be a Jake anyway, I believe he's Sicilian. So if he's a Sicilian, that means he's most likely a Negro any damn way. I mean, he's a great director, great movie maker. He loves to use in his movie the word nigger. So there was a big controversy about him using the word nigger so much. But wait a minute, that movie was about slavery. They use that word every 2 seconds. They use that word every the Uncle Tom Stevie, he used the word because the house nigger called the field niggas every other word. You know? And them Edomites back there, what do you think they called Jake? They called Jake the N-word. So you can't say, well, they shouldn't have used the N-word so much. It was during the time of slavery, man. Now, when Spike Lee said he wasn't with that flick because basically he was saying you made a spaghetti Western style movie, which Tarantino said that. He said that I made that in the style of a spaghetti Western. Even the song, Django, the theme song, I thought that was a song from back in the 60s. That was somebody wrote that song and sung that song, if I'm not mistaken. And it had that spaghetti Western feel. You know, even the credits, they had in that spaghetti Western, red bold letters. It was in that spaghetti Western spirit. And like I said, Tarantino said he made it in the spirit of a spaghetti western. But there was a lot of comic relief in that movie, which basically was a semi comedy. All right. Now Spike Lee pretty much said that, look, if I made a movie about the Holocaust and made it like that and put a lot of comic relief in that, man, they'll damn near want to hang me, which is true. So he does his opinion. I honor his opinion because they playing with Jake, man. But at the same time, they showed you that when Jake get that spirit in him, man, he gonna tear shit up. And that's just a little sampling of what's gonna really happen in the near future. Now, at the end of the movie, and we're gonna be talking about scenes in the movie. We're gonna be going through scriptures and so forth to back up what we say. Even at the end of the movie, this guy, this dude, what's his name? Django, which was Jamie Foxx. This dude didn't have mercy on no damn body, man. You know, they showed Jake in the movie when they were in hardcore slavery. They showed that how they were getting whipped, how the women were getting whipped. You know, how they were speaking down to Jake. And they had a scene where you had two Jake fighting. You had one slave master and the other slave master had their black slave fighting one another. And basically it looked like the UFC because that back then that actually used to happen. That's a fighting system called, for lack of a better term, it's called rough and tumble. And that actually happened where you had slave masters had a strong buck slave, and they also showed you that in the movie Mandingo, where they were biting. And those actual fights, when you go back during the time of slavery, you had guys biting other guys' noses off, gouging their eyes out, and the guy that has no nose and no eyes is still fighting. So those Jakes back then, going back 150 years, 200 years ago, were a different breed than us, man. Them Jakes back there were like on the level of animals, man. And you had like the scene that they showed them two Jake fighting. That's how they were fighting, but they were fighting even rougher than that. And sometimes the master would give the guy a hammer and say, "Okay, finish the job," and just clock. Now that shows you. But this man don't want to be the devil. He don't want to be the devil, man. And he don't want to pay. See, recently, like last week, we had a couple of different Edomites come up talking about they shouldn't go into slavery, and that was my foreparents. But what they don't understand is, number one, they don't understand the Bible. They don't understand. If they understood the Bible, they would know about reincarnation. If they knew about reincarnation, they would know that they would know that they were back there, that they were their foreparents in the reincarnation. So they don't want to know nothing about reincarnation. They don't want to know nothing about the Bible. They don't even want to believe in the Most High. That was a long time ago. You know what the scripture said? Give me Ecclesiastes in the Bible, the 3rd chapter and the 15th verse.
No, well, the one Edomite woman last Saturday at the camp told us, a little young girl, to want revenge is immature.
Hey, well, I guess I'm going to be I'm an immature bastard. That's what I'm going to be. You're going to see a lot of immature Israelites. Okay, if you want to call it immature, you're going to see a lot of immaturity in the kingdom every day.
This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the past. That means things that have happened in the past, like the movie Django. We're bringing up the things that were illustrated in that movie, how they had so-called black men fighting each other, gouging each other's eyes out, biting each other, right? How the white man was whooping the damn black woman in slavery as well, how he was whooping the black man, how the part when in the movie Django where the guy D'Artagnan, who was a fighter, but he lost his eye and he lost that spirit to fight, he didn't want to fight no more, So what did this guy do? The so-called slave master unleashed the dogs and let the dogs rip the guy to shreds. That really happened. Everything you saw in that movie is reality. It really happened. So now these white people today, 150, 200 years later, 300 years later, they don't want to pay for the crimes they committed in the past. And then the Edomites told us that they shouldn't pay. The Bible, the Most High said, he requireth the past. The things that happened in the past got to be answered for today. Right. Hey, in our case, look, and you go back to Deuteronomy, excuse me, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the first verse, right? The Most High told us if we, and that happened in the past, though. The Most High said, Israel, keep my laws, you're going to be okay. But then when you go to the 15th verse, the Most High said, if you don't keep my laws, I'm going to mess you up. So we broke the laws of the Most High, but we paying for that today, right? That's why we came into slavery. That's why the white man stole our land, because at that time we were paying for things that we did in our past lives. So the Most High requireth the past with us. We still paying for what we did. That's why we in captivity under this devil right now. So you devils think you ain't going to pay for what you did? You going to pay, man.
I got something real quick.
Brother, yeah.
This is Job chapter 34, verse 33. Should it be according to thy mind, he will recompense it, whether thou refuse or whether thou choose. And not I, therefore speak what thou knowest. So basically, it don't matter if you want to accept it or not. You know, the time is coming that your judgment is coming upon you, whether you accept it or not, whether you believe it or not, or whether you say, okay, well, I don't believe that, or I'm not going to accept that, so I'm not going to receive it. You're going to get it regardless. You know, whether you accept it, whether you choose it, whether you refuse it or not. It doesn't matter. I'll read it again. It says, should it be according to thy mind, he will recompense it, whether thou refuse or whether thou choose.
Oh, God, now can I just break that down for a hot second? Look, man, I'm going back to us. When the white man came to the shores of so-called America, and when he came to the shores of the Caribbean islands, and, you know, to the so-called New World, and who were here? We were here. Gad, Reuben, Ephraim, Issachar. This was our land, right? When the white man was taking us down, when he was taking down the so-called Native Americans, we tried to fight against it. We tried to resist the white man. We tried to fight. But eventually we went down and we ended up on them reservations and got all messed up. And at the time, a lot of our people, like even Geronimo said, nobody knows why the Creator, the Most High, allowed these people to take our land, or why is the Creator allowing this man to take our land? At the time, we had a problem with it. We didn't want to go down. When them so-called Negroes were coming in on them slave ships, they didn't want to go on the slave ships, man. When they show you in so-called Roots, which that was based on a true story, Kunta Kinte was always trying to escape. He was always trying to daggone escape, man. That's why eventually they cut his damn foot off so he wouldn't run no more. But what Kunta Kinte didn't understand, he said, I want freedom. I want my freedom. Hey, even though he was trying to fight against that slavery, he couldn't, because the Most High felt that, no, the Most High said that, look, Kunta Kinte, your ass got to go into slavery, man, whether you want to or not. The Native Americans, we fought against the white man. We had all our great war chiefs that tried to fight against the white man. But no matter what, the white man still took us down. So even though we didn't want the white man to take us over, the Most High said the white man going to take you over because we had to pay for the sins of the past. So you devils, this is the same thing now, but it's flipped. That's the Most High, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh, he allowed that movie to be made. That proved that you white people are going down, man.
That's right. This is the book of Lamentation.
Lamentations, and that's so ironic. Lamentations, because that's what's coming for you so-called white people. It's going to be a lot of.
Look up the word lamentation. Go to lamentation itself and look up the word. No, go ahead. Speak.
Hey, like in Conan the Barbarian. Hey, we mentioned a lot of movies. Because look, man, you people are stupid, man. Movies are spiritual, really. Because y'all look at movies, man, and y'all look at movies as just for entertainment, man, to be entertained. When we watch movies, man, yeah, we love movies, man. We're movie buffs. Because what we do when we look at movies, man, we look at the spiritual points that's in the movie, man. Because these movie stars, they all work for the Illuminati. They're lesser luminaries, man. They're set up by the Illuminati to make these movies. And the Illuminati, a lot of the times, are the ones that give these producers these scripts. But it's put out there for people in the know. That's what the movies are really made for people in the know. Okay, you got to look at a movie and take the spiritual points out of a movie, man. Even Conan the Barbarian, man, the original one from the 80s where Arnold Schwarzenegger played Conan. And they had, like, Conan was he was a slave, but the people that owned him were training him and grooming him to be a warrior. And they said, Conan, what are the best things in life? And I'm trying to think. I said, to destroy your enemy, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
How, Daniel? We won again. This is good. But what is best in life? The open steppe, fleet horse, falcons at your wrist, and wind in your hair. Wrong! Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women. That is good.
Hey, that was bad as hell. That pumps you up. Even Arnold, even Conan was in that spirit. Destroy your enemy, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their woman. Which lamentations is a sorrowful thing. It's mourning. State of mourning. You got it, brother?
Con. This is a lamentation, the web definition for it. It says lament, a cry of sorrow and grief. Their pitiful laments could be heard throughout the ward.
Hey, man, in Django they show you that when they were whipping that damn black woman, when they were whooping Django's woman, she was lamenting, right? She was lamenting like hell, man, when they were whooping her. That dude, the one that wanted to escape, D'Artagnan, he was up in that tree hiding from them dogs because he didn't want to fight no more. He was lamenting. But did the white man care about that? No. He let the dogs tear him apart. And then you got some fools out there, you know, our fans out there, we call them. You people that just do not, y'all, every time you see us, you talk shit, make stupid comments. You guys are crazy. You guys up there talking about movies. Because you're a bunch of peons, man. Okay? Like I said, them movies, they got spiritual points in it that you got to be a spiritual-minded man. Oh, what's that scripture, man? The carnal man can't receive the things of the Spirit of the Most High because they have foolishness unto him. Okay?
Corinthians.
Yeah. 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter. Okay? You fools, man. This truth is only for spiritual men. Okay.
This is Leviticus 24 and 17. And it says, and he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death, and he that killeth a beast shall make it good. In other words, you got to pay for the beast that you killed of your neighbor, beast for beast. And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he have done, so shall it be done to him. Breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. As he hath caused a blemish in a man, so shall it be done to him again.
You see that? Now, a blemish is a mark. When you was whipping them women, and when you were whipping them slaves in slavery and putting them whip marks and tearing up their back, then the white man...
There's going to be a lot of you Edomites, you're going to have whip marks. You're going to have road maps on your back. We're going to be whipping you just to see what it looks like, man.
That's right. So that means payback. Well, that's the Bible, man. That's the Bible. The Bible said mark for mark, tooth. So hey, that's right. You're supposed to reimburse. And then the scripture says, if the wicked restore the pledge, give again which that he have taken. Now the Bible says so that if you kill a man's horse, you owe him a horse, man. Okay. If you kill a man, shoot a man's dog. And there was a guy at the camp last week, Ephraimite brother, I believe. He was upset. He came out of camp. He said they shot his dog. Yeah. The cop shot his dog or whatever. Hey, well, them cops, if they have animals, their animals should be killed, man. But they going to be killed, man, when that time comes. You found that for me, Ramla?
This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of the Most High.
That's right. That's why we teaching this truth. That's why we continuing to enduring this truth, because The Most High got us in the right mind frame, man. We're going to keep teaching this truth. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, speaking, putting out shows, because the spirit of the world is not on us. We ain't about trying to be a part of the world. We're about trying to do what the Most High told us to do, and that's why we still hold to the Most High's name. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. You guys, you other guys, like Nathaniel 7 and Johanna and all you guys, you bootleg Israelites, as we call you, you guys received the spirit of the world. You still got the cloak of being Israelites, but you guys are, because what you're teaching is things of the world, man. That's why you allow women in your congregations, okay? That's why you guys, you guys commit adultery. That's why a lot of you guys have sold out and taken the payoff from the Illuminati and the international bankers, the Rosicrucians.
Which is the same scripture in a different part of the Bible. This is Exodus 21 and 20 and on down. It says, Exodus 21 and 20, verse 20. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be surely punished. Now that didn't happen back there in slavery. Them crackers were beating the hell out of their own slaves, man. They were dying, and they just bury them and shit, man. But they all said that they were good Christians, all right? You devils got a lot to pay for, all right? And you even mad at the fact that we call you devils. Who in the hell, if you're not the devil, who in the hell is the devil? 21. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. If man strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. Now, doctors committed abortion, so they're supposed to pay. But then they'll say, well, the woman wanted abortion, but did you ask the husband?
Yeah, you push that in them women's heads. You push that in them women's head to want those abortions. That Planned Parenthood bullshit, which they have mainly in what? In the so-called ghettos. You know, among the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indian, where they live at. You know, that Planned Parenthood.
And these women are weak-minded, man. All of them. Every last one of them, man. Now, that woman down that come to the camp, man, I'm going to tell her don't come to the camp no more. She's out of order, man. That woman's out of order talking about she got knowledge. She ain't got no knowledge. If she had so much knowledge and she was married to the Lord, she wouldn't have to be around us.
That's right.
You know, all you damn women are full of shit, man.
That's right. That's the spirit, brother. That's the spirit.
It says, and you don't have to wait until the springtime when those weak-ass Israelites come back out, so then you can go see them. Okay, you just don't have to hibernate for the damn wintertime. Okay? Like them bitch-ass whole Israelites are hibernating, man. It says, and if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life. 24, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his neighbor or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. Now the so-called slave master wasn't doing that, man. Now the Dantanian, didn't he lose his eye? Yeah. They were supposed to let him free. That's right. They were supposed to let him free. That's right. So all that bullshit that you crackers brought Christianity over here, you brought the Bible over here, but you didn't follow what the Bible was saying, man. Right. So, and every last one of you devils are going to get it. Now I'm going to show you something that's not in the movie. Oh, that was just a movie. Oh, that was just a movie. That really didn't happen. That was just a movie. The water, brother. Hold the mic. I got this book here.
Oh.
I had to put, Django. Yeah, that's right. Sing that song. And this is called Without Sanctuary. All right? And man, they were showing you Django with the other. He had the other. He was under the other slave master. That guy was that old cracker. Yeah. That was played by Bruce Dern. And that devil, he played, man, that dude always plays a bad guy, man. He played in this movie called Cowboys with this guy, what's it, John Wayne.
Okay, yeah.
And he was real young, and he was wicked back then.
Yeah, he always plays a
So they looked this guy up. Let's get a wicked cracker to play this particular slave master.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruce Dern.
Yeah.
You know, and he played it just like he was a real. The movie was just like, there were certain scenes of the movie, it was just like they had a camera and they took a time machine and actually went back into slavery, man. Because they had Django, they had that mask on his ass, man. I mean, he couldn't even hardly breathe. I mean, they really put our people down, man. And that movie right there is a reminder of what's going to happen to you and what you crackers did, man. What you damn crackers did, that's a reminder, right? Now, even Farrakhan, they had an interview, and it might, if the producer so sees fit, he can put it up. Farrakhan said he was talking about slavery and everything, and he said he actually went into a theater and saw the movie, and he was sitting next to some white people, and the wife said to the husband, she said, look, let's just go home. I don't even want to go eat nothing. That affected them devils so damn much, man. Wow. You know? And then even Farrakhan said he was saying that all those actors were playing their part. And he said the Samuel L. Jackson part, he played the hell out of his part. He said, well, you'll see it in an interview. He said, now anybody that's an Uncle Tom that was in that theater, that should have gave you a wake-up call.
So now, as I went to see the movie, a white woman coming out of the movie said to her husband, I won't be able to eat tonight. The effect of that on white people is different from the effect on black people. Black people could sit there and remember his words, I am one in 10,000. He played his part. And when they asked him about the word nigger that was used so much, I think about 110 times, he said, well, you know, I had a chance to work off my frustration, you know, because he was killing all these white folk. Well, how does a white person see that? How do white people who feel the guilt of what their fathers have done to us, how do they feel? Do you think that they don't think that if black folk had a chance to do to them what they have done to us? That's what the movie is saying. That 1 out of 10,000 will be like that, and maybe more. So to me, I loved his part. He played it well. Samuel Jackson, he played his part well. I mean, if I were a Tom sitting in the theater, I mean, he played Tom to the max. So a lightweight Tom would want to get out of being a Tom just looking at the way he played Uncle Tom. DiCaprio, he played the white man jam up. And those that were killing us and beating us and all of that, look, this was out of the past, but there are white people right now shooting black men down. I'm not talking about us killing each other now. I'm talking about white police, white people killing us at a rate that was even greater than the lynching. At a time, there was one lynching every 4 days. Now 1 black man dies in America at the hands of white people every 3 days. So to me, the movie had a purpose. And if a black man came out of that movie thinking like Django. And if white people came out of that movie seeing the slaughter of white people and they are armed to the teeth, it's preparation for race war.
He said all that, man. He said all that.
He's the Uncle Tom.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Ain't that something? Oh, and by the way, other to all now, that movie Django, a little footnote, one of the brothers to Zion brought this out to my attention. Now that movie, it was also like a tribute to spaghetti westerns. Django, that's actually an old movie it's an actual old spaghetti western from back in the 60s. It's Django. Jamie Foxx is supposed to be the new age Django, but the dude, the original Django, was actually in the movie. The part when they were fighting, when the two slaves were wrestling on the floor, you had DiCaprio being Candy, the other guy that he was fighting against. That was the real, actual Django. That's why the part when they walked to the bar and he asked Jamie Foxx, "What's your name?" And then he said, "Django." He said, "Spell it." You know, that guy that he was talking to, French guy, whatever, that was the actual the original Django. Like if you're a fan of spaghetti westerns, you know that, you know.
Anyway, now you look here. This is not a movie. This is not like a scene from a movie where they took pictures. These are actual events, all right, that took place, and you don't got to worry about it because the producer gonna bring it up anyway, so don't even worry about it. But you see a couple of Jakes hanging from a tree, and this book here called "Without Sanctuary." I'm gonna bring this book down to the camp today because we're in this week. I don't know about next week, but this week we're in the spirit of that movie Django Unchained, and we're gonna throw it in these crackers' face. And anytime a cracker rolls up, we're gonna throw it in their damn face, man.
I got a precept.
All right, go ahead.
This is Lamentation chapter 1, verse 21. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. All mine enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. So basically, that's what they call role reversals. Like that movie that Aaron Russo produced with Eddie Murphy, Trading Places.
Yeah.
That's what the scripture is, Trading Places. It says, they have heard that I sigh, there is none to comfort me. All mine enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me.
Yeah, I'm going to show you this other picture, and the elder just pointed it out to me because I wasn't even going to read the caption. But this here is, I don't know if this is page 19 or picture 19 or whatever. But let me give you the page number. Okay. Whatever. It says here 19, the number 19. It says the lynching of David Jackson, December 14th, not 1861, not 1761, but 1961. In McDuffie County, Georgia. And here's a picture right here. So this book is coming to the camp. You see? This is not a scene from Django Unchained Part 2. This is an actual event that somebody took a picture of. All right?
1961.
Oh, you didn't read the scripture I asked for, Ecclesiastes 3:15? Yeah, that was so long ago. That wasn't so long ago, man. 1961. I was born on the earth I was 1 year old in 1961, man.
This guy's pants hanging off his ass.
Yep, and that was back in 1916. All right? They had the man's pants down and hanging. They didn't give a shit.
Sometimes they would burn them.
See, there's one picture where they burnt the guy, man. And after they burnt him, then they hung him. And the spirit got on Tarantino to make that movie because Spike Lee didn't have the balls to make a movie like that, man. He gonna talk crap about it. Well, you have a point there because you did have a lot of comic relief. But if they just made the movie straight, that movie would have never came out, man. In other words, when you give somebody hard medicine, sometimes you got to put a little honey in that medicine, man. A little sugar in that medicine, man. There's a song, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. That was a Mary Poppin, if you remember. All right?
Yep, that's right. That's right. You got a scripture?
This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been.
That's right, man. Because you the same people, you crackers that's here now walking on the earth, you the same Edomites that was doing this. Now, this is 1916. So a lot of them crackers that was actually standing there in that picture, hanging at Jake, a lot of them already died and went back to the spirit world and are probably reincarnated back into the earth already now.
Yep.
Let me read this here. And back, down in Texas, right? You had a lot of lynchings down in Texas, man. Texas was famous for having their lynchings, man. And everybody came out, you know. This is right here. It says 25 and 26, right? It says, right, to your right, burnt corpse. The guy was already burnt. Burnt corpse of William Stanley, August 1915, Temple, Texas. And that's supposed to be that's an actual postcard. So I'm gonna send you a postcard and this nigga get lynched. He's missing 2 of his legs. He has his arms up like he was struggling. You can see that his body was burnt. Then they hung him, and you don't see no tears coming out of these devil's eyes, man. The day of reckoning, baby, is coming. Yeah. So get ready for it. Yeah. Get ready for it, man. And we ain't gonna shed no tears for you devils either, man.
Like the Elder Tahar said, at the end of the movie, when Django came back, when he shot that white woman, what's her name, Monsieur Candy's sister in the movie, he didn't cry afterwards. Like the Elder Tahar said, man, they ain't gonna be in when that time of revenge. Hey, man, Django, man, they did all that stuff to him. You know what I'm saying? They hung him upside down. They were gonna cut his balls off. You know, they killed his friend, the German guy that was with him. They did all that stuff to him, man. They were going to sell him in slavery. But when he got free, first of all, them 3 Australians, he killed their ass. He played them. He made them think he was going to help them get some money. He took them out cold with no remorse. Then he went back. He rode all the way back to the plantation, and he killed them other devils, the ones that let D'Artagnan get ripped up by the dogs. And when he bust in, he said the guys, D'Artagnan, mother effers, just killed them all, man. Then he went back and got their Uncle Tom and the mother, but he said, say goodbye to Miss Candy, and blew her off her feet, man.
Blew her out the frame, man. Literally, man. That's a saying in the neighborhood, in the hood. I'm going to tear you out the frame, or I'm going to blow you out the frame. Well, he literally blew her ass out the frame, and really, there was other people that said, I think it was Farrakhan that said that he even blew Miss Ann away, and she really wasn't mean to him. And then we were talking about before we started filming in the studio, we was thinking about Ariel. Well, I was saying I wish Mo was alive, you know. Like the most I can, like if we had the spiritual power, we'll bring Mo back just to see the movie, and then we'll let him go back in the spirit world or something like that, man. You know, but if Mo was alive, and we were all together, you know, we would all go see the movie because we used to do that. There'd be about 50 of us. We go to the damn movie theater, man, and see like the last movie that we saw all together in force was Posse, which that movie wasn't all that damn good. It wasn't. Django blew that movie away, man. They showed you the real deal on how Jake feels, man. But like I said, we were talking about Ariel and Shaw. We know that they saw the movie, man. And if Mo was here, he'd have saw the movie. He'd have said his piece. And for about a good month, that's all that the spirit we would be in, just like we're going to be in the spirit for a good while, man. Yeah, man. Every week, the movie Django Unchained going to come up. I'm going to have this book with me every week until the Most High take that spirit away. Yeah. Okay? So this, like I said, that movie brings back. See, Jake don't even want to know about slavery. They want to forget about it. I don't want to forget about that, man.
Right.
Now you know goddamn well these crackers want to forget about that shit.
Yep.
Especially knowing that the Bible is about justice and reap what you sow. Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
This is a matter of fact. I read this precept real quick, then I got an article. This is James 2:13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy.
Hey, just like Django didn't have no mercy. When he came back, he shot that Miss Ann. He blew Miss Candy away, boy. And he blew her out the frame, and he didn't flinch. He didn't flinch, and then he commenced to getting to work on that damn Stephen, that Uncle Tom, that Black Devil.
That guy Steven, man. Because, all right, that was a fictional character, but you actually had niggas like that back then, and you actually got niggas like that today. I know, because the job I worked for, the supervisor ain't nothing but the fat reincarnation of Stevie, man, all over again, man. I put curses on that guy all the damn time, and I even told him that I put curses on him, man. Cause I said I put a curse on this cracker the other day. He said you shouldn't be doing that, man. You know you can burn in hell. I said number one, there ain't no such thing as hell, and number two, I put curses on yours.
K Heavy D.
There's no one that appreciates showmanship more than Monsieur Calvin J. Handy.
I got it. Hey, this is the reason why these devils, you know, they want to take the slavery out the textbooks. This is Tea Party groups in Tennessee demand textbooks overlook U.S. founders' slave-owning history.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah.
It says a little more than a year after the conservative-led State Board of Education in Texas approved massive changes to its school textbooks to put slavery in a more positive light.
Wow.
Oh, how can you do that? How the hell can you do that? How can you put slavery in a positive light, man?
That's amazing.
How you gonna do that?
Yeah, that's amazing. How you gonna do that?
How you gonna do that? That's not history. In order for you to take slavery out of the history books or water it down, that's not history, man.
That's amazing.
That's like saying you're gonna make a history book about downtown Manhattan, and you're going to go from 1960s and 1970s, you're going to go up to the 80s and 90s and 2000s, the new millennium, but then you ain't going to have the World Trade Center being brought down in the history book. What is that? Is that called history? No, that's not history. That's fiction, man.
Yeah, rewritten history.
That's fairy tale. That's bullshit, man. Now, the reason why these Tea Party people, which they're a bunch of goddamn racist devils that got a bunch of Uncle Toms up in there in certain key positions, all right? They basically want to do away with that because they're ashamed of their past of what they did. Now, you can't erase history. You can't erase history, man. History always comes back. There's always going to be somebody that's going to give you the right story.
And then, like Elder Tahar said, if you're going to make a documentary or a movie about Manhattan, okay, you go from 1960 on, the World Trade Center was being built, then all of a sudden, right, you go from there, then when you get to the new millennium, so the buildings was there, all of a sudden they're just not there anymore, they just vanished. That's BS. You got to talk about the buildings, and then you got to talk about how the buildings came down, the brutal manner in which the buildings came down. So you so-called black people are here, so-called Negroes are here. How did you get here? Like Elder Gabar said, they came here on the Love Boat. I guess that's what they're going to say. Yeah, the blacks didn't come in slavery. Really, you came over here on your own free will on boats, and you just decided.
They had good paying jobs. You know?
Yeah, they got here. The white man told you, look, man, he sent an emissary over there to West Africa and said, look, just come on over here. We got nice jobs waiting for you on the plantation, nice houses and this, and just come on over.
Jake came over here as a trip, and they loved America so much they decided to stay.
Yeah, and it was just a big pilgrimage. But you know what, though? I'm being sarcastic, but that's pretty much what they'll probably say. Put slavery in a more positive light. Then the next thing you know, that's why the Most High got to destroy you white people. Then the next thing you know, slavery didn't happen at all. It never existed. Okay? It never existed. It never had that. That didn't happen. Okay, y'all just came over here, like Elder Tahar said, this on a pilgrimage, and y'all loved it so much because you were being treated so great, so y'all just decided to stay here. All right, and then the Native Americans, of course, well, he already lied about that. You came over here and stole our land and massacred our people. You said that the white man said, no, man. We came over here and the Indians, we sat down and had turkey with them and feasted, and then that was it. And then the Indians just decided to give us their land. And you know, then somehow the Indians just started dying off. The white man never killed no Indians. They just died off. Okay? And they just decided to move to the reservations because it would be better for them there. You white people are the devil, man. That's why when that time come, when the Most High raises us up, it ain't going to be no movie, though. It's going to be the real deal, man. The real deal where we kicking your ass.
Cut. Okay, cut. All right, makeup. Cut. Okay, let's do that scene again. Get some more ketchup. Put it on that guy's eye. Ain't gonna it's gonna be reality, man. You're gonna feel real blows to your back and to your head. And we're gonna take your woman too. We're gonna have our way. There's some I have to admit, there's some pretty white women out there, man. And they going to the gym and they getting their asses bigger, and some of them are surpassing the women, man. Totally. Get titties. And they got real hair, and their bodies are tight. They eat the right foods and shit. They doing them tinctures and shit.
Yeah,
and
they smell good.
They smell good, and we're gonna up their game, so to speak, in the kingdom. We're gonna be popping them Edomites, man. And then you Edomite men, you're gonna have Edomite women that you're gonna pop, but you're gonna get the ugly ones, man. And you're gonna pop them for the sake of bringing more of them little sucker Edomite babies into the world. Because slavery's coming back in a big way, but the roles are going to be changed, right? Now there was a couple of scenes where Django came in on a horse in that town. Now y'all saying you're giving all the scenes away. I said, motherfucker, you should have went and saw the movie, man. All right, too bad. Don't turn it off, man. If you don't want to hear all the scenes, turn the damn thing off. What's wrong with you Negroes? A good movie come out, you go out there and watch that movie, man. Anyway, the German guy comes in to town somewhere in Texas on a horse with Django, right? So everybody's stopping and looking. And the German guy says to Django, he said, why is everybody looking at us like that? He said, because they all see a nigga on the horse. Or something to that effect. Then later in the movie, when they went to Candyland, they rode in, and Stevie came out, which is the major Uncle Tom, the top Uncle Tom in the history of Negroism. He came out, and the first thing he noticed, well, they kept showing his face all mean. He had that mean look. He was shaking, and he focused on it, man. And Django was sitting up there all proud, right? And the first thing he said was, what in the hell is that nigga doing up on that nag? He said a couple of damn times, man. Now, the reason why he said that, because back then, you ain't had no niggas up on no nags, man. You ain't had no niggas up on no horses. Matter of fact, when they were coming in on that journey, them jakes were walking on the ground. And they were running beside the horses. That didn't happen back then. But anyway, that's a fulfillment of scripture. The fact that Jake wasn't on a horse and you had crackers up on the horse. All right? This is Ecclesiastes in the Bible, the 10th chapter and the 6th and the 7th verse. It said, folly is set in great dignity. The folly represents Esau. Esau is in a high up position over us. All right? It says, damn, did I lose it? I'm sorry, here it goes, 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places, and sit in low place, not places, place. And the rich sit in low place. That's us. We're the rich. It tells you that in Revelation, the second chapter, the 9th verse. It says here in the 7th verse, I have seen servants upon horses. Who are the servants? Esau are the servants. When you go back to Genesis, the prophecy of Jacob and Esau, all right, that eventually we're going to serve them, but eventually they're going to serve us. So they're supposed to be the servants. We're supposed to be the lords. It says here, I have seen servants, these are Edomites, upon horses, and princes. We're the princes. The word Israel is from the Hebrew word Yasher Allah. Yah meaning he, Shar meaning prince, and Allah meaning God or power. I have seen servants upon horses and princes, Israelite. Let me read that again. I have folly is set in great dignity. That's Esau. He's in a dignified position right now. And the rich sit in low place. That's us. We're in a low estate right now. 7th verse. I have seen servants, Edomites, upon horses, and princes, Israelites, walking as servants upon the earth. So that's a fulfillment of prophecy. So that role is going to reverse back again. The princes are going to be in their higher positions, and these servants, which are these Edomites, they're going to be in their low positions. And then it's funny how the Rothschilds, that's not their real name, and we've been saying this for years. Their real name, their real family name is Bauer, and the word Bauer means a servant peasant. A peasant is a servant, a slave. So now the Rothschilds and the super elite, they're in high places. But that's folly. Those are servants. And we're in low places. But in the near future, I'm going to emphasize the word near, there's going to be a reversal. There's going to be a change. There's a song. Who wrote this song, Change Gonna Come? I think that was Sam Cooke. Thank you, brother. Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke did this beautiful song, and Jake uses it throughout the years when they make certain movies, and the name of the song is A Change Gonna Come. And every time I listen to that song, I think about how Esau is going to be taken down and Jake is going to be put back in their rightful place. And it's going to happen right around the corner.
And in the song, I'm sorry, but I'm going to let you read it. And that's a beautiful song, brings you to tears almost. You know what I mean? And basically in the song, he's saying it's been a long time coming. You know? Yep. But he knew a change. Yep. That's right. And then it's funny, I looked up at the time and it's 444. You know what I'm saying? I just, the Spirit had me 444. And we talking about, so that's when the Most High going to have mercy on us, man.
There's another song in that movie which should get an Oscar nomination as a Best Original Song. I forget the name of the song. I can get it in a minute. Speak, brother. I'm going to see if I can get it.
Come. Yeah, the Italian song, right, in Django. Yeah, man. But basically, that's what it is, man. That's what it's going to be. You so-called white people going to pay. And you know what? All the Uncle Toms, Steffens, and Stevens in the world ain't going to stop that, man. Okay? All the Uncle Toms, all you super Uncle Toms, just like that role Sam Jackson played, you ain't going to be able to stop the white man from going down. Even though you don't want the white man to go down because you so-called Negroes, last week we were arguing with some Christian bug-out niggas that were saying the white man going to make it. You know what, man? The white man know he ain't going to make it. That's why these Edomites are asking for mercy now. That's why the white girl told us last weekend to want revenge is immature. Around love, you mind reading that scripture real quick? The one you were about to read.
Okay, this is Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision. Which are, because Elder Tahar was just reading that scripture that folly is set in great dignity. So really, what does it mean when? Because Esau is really the elder of the two, of Jacob and Esau. But why does it say that they that are younger than I have me in derision? Because Esau is nothing. You know, he's a nobody. You know, he's really nothing. You know, they're really younger than. In other words, they don't have the authority of receiving the birthright, and they're lesser. They're the lesser of us. You know, that's why the Lord said that the elder shall serve the younger. But now Esau, right now we're serving Esau. That's why it says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdain to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Well, you know another reason too, why to back up with the brother. You want to know why the white man ain't really older than us? Because he came out of black people anyway. Okay, Esau was the elder, right? But the thing is this: who did Esau come out of? Esau came out of Isaac and Rebekah, a black man and a black woman, which means that the so-called black man or the Israelite man been on earth longer than the white man. Because prior to Esau being born, there were no other so-called white people or Edomites walking around on the earth. He was the first. He was the first Edomite. When he was born, everybody else on the planet were people of color. So the so-called black man is older than the white man. You understand? But see, that's why the scriptures say that. But then when it came time for Jacob and Esau to be born, right? Esau came out first. That was to fulfill prophecy, man. And then when you read on in Genesis, it said Jacob came out and took hand on Esau's heel, which that was all symbolic. A lot of y'all don't even know what that means. Can't even break that down. The Christians in the church can't break that down. That was symbolic of Jacob pulling down Esau, bruising him, man. Taking him down, taking Esau totally out of his power structure, man. Taking from the whole foundation. The Most High going to use Israel to bring down Esau, man. Esau ain't going to have nothing, man. They ain't going to have no foundation. They ain't going to have nothing, man. And it ain't going to be like that movie that came out years ago with Travolta, Battlefield Earth, I believe it was. And in the movie, basically...
I was watching that last night. I was getting into it, man.
That's heavy, man.
I was getting into it, you know? Hey, but anyway, the name of the song in the movie soundtrack is Ancora Qui, which means still you. Now, when you listen to that song, if you go to YouTube, you listen to that song, they'll give you the Italian writing of the song or the lyrics, and then they'll give you in parentheses, they'll give you the English translation. Now, when you listen to that song, and when you listen to the lyrics and read the lyrics, it's almost like this woman is singing to the Most High in behalf of the slaves that the Most High come back and deliver us. It's a beautiful song, and like I said, that song should get an Oscar nomination for Best Original Song. I'm going to say the name again. Ancora Qui by Ennio Morricone and Alicia Toffoli, if I'm saying it correctly, right? And don't be surprised if that song is sung in the Oscars. But like I said, if you go to YouTube, you can see the actual lyrics of the song and the English translation of the song. So Tarantino really got into the spirit of that movie. Like I said, going back to Spike Lee, even though he's upset, which he has a right to be, but that was the only way they can bring that movie out. Okay?
That's right, man. Yeah, man, the Spirit of the Lord used, because it's Quentin Tarantino, as we said, he's got to be he looks like a white man. He got to be an Israelite anyway. He's an Israelite, man.
So in the movie, Tarantino's supposed to be Southern Italian, right? He showed in the movie True Romance the scene with this guy's father, Christian Slater's father. Dennis Hopper played his father. What was his name? Christopher Walken played the hitman or whatever, and the name of the character of Christian Slater, Hurley, Clarence Hurley, you know, Clarence Hurley, right? Now his father was played by Dennis Hopper, and basically he knew that these were mobsters and they were going to kill him anyway. So he said, "Could you give me one of them Chesterfields?" He lit the cigarette up and smoked it. and basically he told him, he broke it down to him and told him that you Sicilians are nothing but you were spawned by niggas. And they didn't know that. And they got offended at it. But I had ran into Sicilians that I told them, you know, come on, tell me something new. I used to, she knew that I used to call her a devil, and she proved to me that she was a Jake. You know, and I said, but you're still a devil. I said, you're still a devil. You're still a devil. Okay, you a Jake, but you a black devil, you know? Now, remember that job with Freddie we used to work at, his wife? I told her that she said, I already know that. She said, tell me something I don't know. I already know I got black blood flowing through my veins. Oh, yeah, the way she talks, she get mad, act just like the nigga woman, man. You know? So going back to Tarantino, when he made that movie True Romance, he showed you in the movie that he knew that the Sicilians were niggas. All right?
That's right. So Quentin Tarantino is Italian. He's Sicilian. So he knows that he's an Israelite anyway. Tarantino knows that his ancestry goes back to black people. So by rights, he had every right in the world to make that movie Django, just like Spike Lee is complaining but hey, like Elder Tahar said, for you, Spike Lee, because you probably watch us anyway, you know what? We dig your opinion on where you're coming from, but later for you, man, because you know what? If you so radical, man, you would have just made it. You would have made the movie, man. Or you would have made
this, man, about you niggas in the movie world, man. All you guys know about us, man. We're all over the daggone place. Hebrew Israelites, basically through the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai setting up us GMS. That's why you got GMS camps all over the world, literally, man. Now, Spike Lee, you gonna tell me that you never heard about us, man? Alex Jones, you never heard about us? Denzel Washington, you never heard about us? The NAACP, which is ran by a so-called Jew, you ain't never heard about us? Or it looks like a so-called Jew. Benjamin Jealous. Ain't none of you black organizations never heard of us? Yeah. Now, when the time comes to go into the media, man, we might put you in the back burner, so to speak, and go among these damn crackers. But you know what? We don't even need the media. We already got the media, man. We got this here web. Okay, we got YouTube. You know, we got the web pages and stuff like that to push out what we're saying. Cause you devils and you Jakes and Spike Lee, y'all didn't give us a open invitation to do documentary films. You know, trying to find out what we're about. The fact that you got all these different Israelite groups, GMS, all over the world, it wasn't through y'all. It wasn't through the white media. It wasn't through the black media. It was through YouTube. And YouTube is really set up for us. Okay? YouTube was not set up for you to change your baby's diaper or your dog jumping through a goddamn hoop. That's how it started. YouTube was set up, the Most High set up YouTube to be a vehicle to bring forth this truth. Because a lot of these devils are getting affected by what they see on YouTube when they see us, namely the GMS. I'm not talking about them other Israelite groups. There's some of them, I'm not going to knock all of them. There's some of them that come strong, but then you got some of them, here it is mid-January, you ain't going to see them until late March, early April. Because we had a couple of people. We got this woman that came out. She was going up there with Zabak and them. I guess they don't come out like they supposed to come out. Maybe I'm wrong. But she's all of a sudden, she's down at the camp talking about how much truth knowledge she got. She ain't got no knowledge. She don't know a damn thing. You know? Yeah, well, you know what? We're going to kick all them people out, man. We're going to kick all them people out. Okay, we ain't dealing with people we ain't dealing with camp jumpers.
Toss to and fro.
Right, the scripture says toss to and to and fro.
We don't need you damn cheerleaders coming around here. They're like Sergeant Waters. We don't need you around here no more. You know? And I'm going to say something. Elder Tahal mentioned all of them so-called. There's only one dude out of you so-called black celebrities, the only guy that used to mention us on the regular was Chris Rock. When Chris Rock had that Chris Rock show on HBO.
He ain't mentioned us lately, so fuck him too.
Fuck you too, Chris Rock. Okay? You guys know about us. And you know what? The Bible says, charge them that are rich in this world, man. Y'all supposed to be sending tights. Now, we got a few, bro. Right now, in particular, I know we got one brother. Yeah, but, you know, certain brothers that are out there that are sending tights, and you know who you are. Well, Yahweh Shai know who you are, and he going to bless you for that. But all you niggas, man, Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent, all you guys, you know who we are, man. And you know what? A lot of y'all know we teaching the truth, but
hey, that's why when the shit hits the fan scenario take place, and you all of a sudden pop up, we may just turn our backs on you, man.
Yep.
Cause you niggas know about us, man. Yep. What's this guy, Mike Epps? Yeah, that fucking clown. Yeah. He's a clown, man. He's a stupid. He's not. His brain doesn't. His elevator doesn't go up to the floor, man. He's a grown ass man. You don't be making. You're a comedian. You don't make comedic. You don't make jokes about your heritage, man. Yep. That shows you your mind is all screwed up, man. Yep. Your pineal gland is fucking. You probably don't even have a pineal gland, man. Calcified. It's completely calcified.
And you know what, Elder Floyd? I'm gonna mention you again, Floyd Mayweather. You spending all that damn money on that hoe. On that slut, how much? $1 million necklace or something?
No, see, I heard he spent. Well, 50 said this. He said that, I appreciate your boxing ability and all that, man. You know, I respect that, but you need to fucking grow up, man. Because I heard that you brought that woman, and I don't know how many men she been with before she been with you, brother. Okay, she ain't no virgin. I'm gonna tell you that, man. Okay. Now, I heard that you got her a necklace. I could be wrong, but this is what I heard. You purchased her a necklace for $16 million. I said, are you out your fucking mind, man? Now, 50 said every time you do a fight and you get $40 million, the next day your ass is broke. You better get with the program, man. And plus, you're supposed to honor your father, man. You don't be kicking your father out the gym. The Most High can set it up where you get a stroke in your next fight. Now, could I be prophesying? I don't know. You got skills and all that, skills to pay the bills. But what if the Most High strike you with a stroke or a heart attack in the 5th round?
Yeah, man, mess you up.
The Most High can mess you up, man. What did the Most High do? Mike Tyson made a statement, man. And Mike Tyson made mockery of us. And then after he made mockery of us, then he started getting his ass whipped, man. And during that time, he said, nobody on the planet can beat me. Yeah. Then the Most High took that spur from her, and everybody and their mama was whipping his ass, man. Yeah. That's right. Everybody was whipping his ass.
Yeah. Because it goes to show you, man, the Lord said pride goeth before a fall. Pride goeth before a fall. There's all you guys out there that's proud. You got all that money in this society, and you ain't doing the right things.
This guy's out of his fucking mind, man. I see why your father be cursing your ass out. Well, it's a question. I don't know if it's true. The question is, did Floyd Mayweather buy his fiance a $16 million necklace for Christmas? Are you out your fucking mind, boy? You buying her love, man. How you know if that woman really loves you? I was saying to the Stevie spirit, how do you know that woman really love your black ass? Man, Steven would have shot you, man. Stevie. Hey, man, you better wake up, man. You better wake up, man. That ain't shot. That's not the reincarnation of Sarah. No. All right? That's a nasty hoe, man. That ain't the reincarnation of Sarah. And another thing about you black men, man, so easy for you to fall in love. You don't fall in love. Well, this is Mo. Don't fall in love with no woman. Let her fall. Let her fall in love with you.
It's supposed to be the other way around, man.
Because in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have as many. If you want 1,000 women, you're gonna have 1,000 women. You might have 1,000 wives and 7,000 concubines. What King Solomon did, you're gonna do that and greater. You all head over heels in love over a goddamn woman that's not even a virgin?
Yeah. That's terrible. I think that's terrible, man. That's messed up, man. And I wonder, Floyd, if you saw Django. I would hope you saw Django. Yeah, he said, yeah.
Floyd saw Django. He saw it, and he liked it too. You know, he liked it too, man. And because your whole family, your uncle, and I remember your uncle back when you was a kid. I remember your uncle, when your uncle used to fight, everybody, there was nobody on the streets, man. Your uncle was like on your level, man. They used to call him the Mexican killer. He used to go down to Mexico, wear a serape, or poncho as you call it, and he would wear a black Mexican hat, and he would go down to Mexico, and he would fight the best Mexicans and beat their ass. Now, the only Mexican that got him was this guy, Julio Cesar Chavez. Because in the first fight, y'all had 2 fights. I remember I saw both fights. The first fight, I believe he took you out in the 2nd or the 3rd round, and then you reassess yourself and train harder. And in the second fight, you were beating him, but then at the latter rounds, he was going to the body, and you were trying to go to the body with you. But when you're a boxer and he's a banger, he's a boxer puncher, and you're a boxer, all right? And then you quit on the stool, which that was understandable because that guy was a terrible body puncher. Now, in my opinion, if you took Floyd Mayweather Jr. against Julio Cesar Chavez in his prime, Floyd would beat Cesar Chavez because Roger Mayweather, you was on a higher level, but all that knowledge and that skill that you and your brother had, and the old heads out there not in Philly, they from Michigan. Because they call them the old heads in Michigan. Because you got a lot of great boxers that come out of Michigan, all right? Sugar Ray Robinson came out of Harlem, but he had came up in Michigan, man. Joe Louis, another one. So that's a great, Michigan is a boxing town. So your father was a part of that, and your father's still a part of that. Matter of fact, your father is working with 50 Cent. He's training one of his fighters, which is Yorkis Gamboa. And they talking about Gamboa fighting Floyd. That fight ain't gonna happen. That fight is not gonna happen, man. Gamboa is too small for Floyd. But anyway, let's get off of that and let's get back into this topic.
Django. Hey man, but that movie is the best movie ever made, man, because it shows retribution. It's really biblical, man. It shows the scriptures. The Israelite man, the black man, one of the tribe, a part of the tribes of Israel, coming back and getting retribution on the so-called white man. So that movie is really prophetic, man. You got something around, Bob?
This is Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Beautiful.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah, just like Django took Miss Candy off her feet. That's what we're going to do, too. And you know what, man? When the time comes, we're going to be popping white women, raping white women. But you know what? We're just going to be killing some of you white women, too. You proud-ass Edomite women, man. You Edomite women.
Yep.
Well, you can kill yours, brother. I ain't going to kill none of mine. Unless the Most High put the spirit on me. I'm a slay him. Yeah. I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to slay him, man. I'm going to correct him with the rod of correction, man. All right?
Oh, yeah. Well, no. We're going to do plenty of that. With the ugly ones. The ones that look good. Oh, no. We can't waste that meat. You know what I mean? It's like throwing away a prime rib steak that's perfectly cooked, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, we can make them dark, too. Yeah. We can take Edomite women and make them dark. Yeah. We're going to have the spiritual power so we can darken them up, man.
Yeah.
Dark meat.
Yeah. You want some dark meat? And she an Edomite, you can darken her ass up. Yeah. You know?
Give her a real... Yeah, give her a real spiritual tan, man. But we don't prepare slaughter. And the thing is with this scripture, there's no way around this. Read that, brother.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
You know what, man? We always go into the reincarnation, right? We say, well, you Edomites got to pay because you're the same Edomites back then that were reincarnated. But hypothetically, let's say reincarnation didn't exist, right? You still got to pay for what your ancestors did. Because they're not here, you got to pick up the tab, man.
We're gonna take it out on somebody.
Yeah, we got to take it out on somebody, man, because the thing is this, and through the spirit, I always use this analogy on the camp. I say if you and a guy go to a restaurant, two guys go to a restaurant, right, and you sit down and have a big meal, and you order all that damn food and eat all the food up, right, and then one of the guys get up and dips out the back door without paying his part of the check. Yeah, right, when the daggone waiter come with the check, right? And then the guy said, well, no, man. Well, this guy, him, he's the one that really ordered all the food. Hey, I don't care. Whoever's left at the table got to pick up the tab, man. So you so-called white people that's here today, you got to pay for what your your ancestors did. You got to pick up the tab. And then furthermore, man, you reaping the benefits of what they did. Y'all quick to say, well, it wasn't us. That you're talking about 500 years ago and this, that. Bullshit. The book that Elder Tahar got, that Jake was hanging from that tree, that was 1961. 1961. That wasn't that long ago. That wasn't all that long ago. Me, myself, I was born in 1972. So that was just a few years before I was born. You know, my mother and father was living during that time. You know what I'm saying? And my family's from the South. I'm 40, so that's what, 10 years? About 9-10 years before I was born? That ain't no long time ago. That's recent history, man. You got people that's still alive right now that was alive in 1961. So you white people thought that was a long time ago. It wasn't long ago. You was putting hell on our people, man. Lynching so-called Negroes from trees. You still doing it today. Lynching Negroes from trees, raping black women, raping Native American women. Out west, you have the Native Americans, a lot of them don't have vehicles, and they come into town for groceries or whatever, or go to the bar, and you have the Indian women, the Native women walking on them roads, making their way back to the reservation. You got a group of white boys roll up and rape the Indian woman. You see some old drunken old man, Indian, walking up the road. He might be coming from the bar drinking. He's walking along the road trying to make his way back to the reservation. You crackers will roll up, two crackers will roll up, beat the guy up for no reason. Just beat him up because he's an Indian, beat the hell out of him, beat him to death, stick him in the trunk of your car, and then just drop his body off in the Badlands somewhere. Why? Because you just felt like killing an Indian. And that was going on in the 70s, the 60s, while I was born. Okay? So that wasn't a long time ago. What you did to the black man, what you did to the Native Americans. Hold on, that was back in the 90s. What was that nigga Bird in Texas? The crackers tied the dude to the back of the truck, and Larry, whatever his name was, and just drug him and turned him into ground beef. What's his name? Trayvon Martin. That's recent. Trayvon Martin, some cracker shot him, killed him. So you still killing Negroes, Native Americans, Mexicans out there in Long Island, New York. You get them so-called Mexicans. You had crackers that were lower Mexicans say, oh, you want to come work? You want to come work? Which the Mexicans are Israelites, our people, and you would take the Mexicans and beat them down, man. If you crackers talking about the Mexicans, man. First of all, if every last Mexican was to leave America and go back to Mexico tomorrow, America would crumble overnight. James Byrd. That was the dude they dragged. If every last single Mexican was to say, okay, we're going back to Mexico, this place will crumble. The Mexicans are the ones keeping this daggone place going. The Mexicans are the cookers. You go to any restaurant, they got Issachar back there cooking. All these crackers with your nice houses, the landscaping, the stonework. Man, the Mexicans are the ones that's keeping America going right now. The Mexicans are the ones, man. You crackers couldn't do nothing without the Mexicans, man. They're like a crutch to you right now, man. But you putting hell on the Mexicans. You got the Minutemen along the border because them so-called Mexican brothers, the Issacharites, are trying to come over here to America, so-called, which is stupid because America's going down. There's no money. There's no jobs here. But you know what? Issachar, which means he is hired. Hey, man, the Mexicans will come over here. They'll find some work, man. But you know what? You devils got to pay, man. Hey, was there more than that around, Rob? You got to pay. And get Galatians 6 and 7 while you're at it.
Go on. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their
The
fathers.
the sin of your fathers, the wickedness. Now, yeah, like I said, we talking about a long time ago. You're right, brother. What you devils are still doing, man?
Yeah.
First of all, man,
That was 1998 with that James Byrne.
that was 1998. We can't even, you know what, man? We can't even talk about what your family did back then. What you devils are still doing, man?
Yep.
What you goddamn devils are still doing, man? You know what I mean? And you know what? Elder Tahar is right, because, well, when I first saw the movie Django, I was out in Chicago, and I was with some other brothers out there, but the movie Chicago is very segregated, man. And I found that out as I went out there, meaning the south side of Chicago is all black, man. Like, blacks don't even mingle with the other tribes. Like, everybody kind of stays to themselves. So the movie theater that we saw, and we saw it the day it came out, so-called Christmas Day. Me and the brothers went to the theaters to go see it, and the theater was packed, standing room only, man. And it was all so-called Negroes in the daggone theater, black men and black women in the theater. And basically, I was like surprised, man, because man, Jake was interactive with them. They were clapping, they was cheering. And I'm talking about when Django was doing his thing, they were clapping, they were cheering him on. There was one black woman, and I know how much we get on the black woman. A black woman yelled out, "Somebody need to cut that cracker throat," in the theater. Hey, well, them Negroes in Chicago, y'all on a different level than these East Coast niggas, man. And I saw that when I was out there. I mean, you niggas are all bugged out into that gang shit, but they'll mess a cracker up, man, quick. Yeah, well, them Jakes in Chicago, they already on that Django spirit. You know what I'm saying? They don't play with crackers out there. They don't sell wolf tickets, man. And crackers don't come into the neighborhood where Jake is. They ain't safe out there, man. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High already got a spirit on certain Jakes in certain parts of this country that when that time comes, as soon as the Most High releases that flag.
Yeah, that reminds me, I was living in a particular place years back when I was a kid, and I had visited some relatives and shit. I ain't gonna tell you what the place was, but they had like two towns and they had a bridge. And Jake couldn't go on that side of the bridge and Esau couldn't come on this side of the bridge. But we used to go on that side and we used to watch out for them crackers. You know, we never got jumped by them crackers and shit. But I remember one time we were hanging out and I didn't know what was going on, right? And this one cracker came on our side of the bridge and went to the store and got a bag of potato chips, right? So he came out. So my friend started just slapping him and shit. And I said, what the hell are y'all doing? They said, man, you see that damn cracker? He ain't supposed to be on this side of the fucking bridge. And I said, okay. And I kicked him in the ass and I smacked the shit out of him. Then we just started going full force on that cracker. And we chased that cracker right back across the bridge, man. You know? So, I mean, I ain't know what was going on. But I said, hey, let me join the fun. You know? Because it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. You know, we're going to be smiling and laughing, and we're going to be telling jokes while we're doing what we going to get ready to do. You know?
I got something real quick.
Read it, brother. Read
This is Job 21:19. The Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it.
Woo, man. Hey, man. See, the Most High, man, he going to get Esau, man. He going to raise up Israel to get Esau. And what the scriptures say, man, I shall lay vengeance upon Esau. So for all you guys talking about, no, we ain't going to do that, man. No, God don't want us to do that. You going off, man. Anybody that's talking about, oh, no, man, we ain't going to have white people in slavery. Nah, man, we ain't going to, nah, God don't want that, man. You know what, you're going to get your goddamn head bashed in, man. And I'm talking about you Stevens out there, you Stephens out there. Yeah, you Stephen type niggas, man. Anybody that says that, we're going to cut your tongue out, man, then we're going to bash your head in. And I'm talking about when that time comes, of course. Because the Lord said, wait thee upon me till I... So we ain't saying we're going to go out and do it tonight, but there is going to come a time when the Most High going to give us the power to do so. Because when the Lord tell us to do it, the cops ain't going to be able to stop us. The army ain't going to be able to stop us because we're going to have spiritual power, man. We're going to have spiritual power to take them out, man. But Ezekiel 9:4 says, begin at my sanctuary, man. So the ones of you that want to so-called be a barricade for Esau, you're going to get steamrolled. Oh, man, I'm going to say that. Steamrolled over, man. Like my man Yum Yum used to say. you're going to get steamrolled over, man. Okay?
Give me this right here. Right quick, brother. Ezekiel 25:12. Because you like to use Romans 12 to saying, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, right? That's true. Vengeance is of the Lord. But we're going to get vengeance too. We're the ones that are going to get physical on these devils. So go ahead, man.
Ezekiel 25:12. Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon
read that
them.
again, please.
It said, thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking...
See another thing, this man does not want to admit, I have yet to this day have found a cracker that's going to admit that he's an Edomite. He don't want to know nothing about Esau, Edom, the word Edom. He don't know what that is, where it came from. He wishes that word would disappear. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Now it didn't say, I'm going to lay my vengeance upon 97% of Edom by the hand of 50% of Israel, right? It didn't say I'm going to lay my vengeance upon 80% of Edom by 100% of Israel. What did it say? Read it again, please.
I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
What does the word Edom mean? They ain't talking about the man Edom. It's talking because Edom, the man, has long died, man.
Yep.
We reading about his descendants.
Yep.
The Edomites. Go ahead.
Talking about the people.
Talking about the people. So when it says, I will lay my vengeance upon Edom, it's talking about 100% of them.
Yep.
It's talking about Miss Ann, you know. It's talking about their babies. It's talking about all of them. There ain't no scripture that even come close to what Bubble-Eyed Blackfish said, talking about there's a handful of Edomites that's going to deny their father. There's no scripture on that. There's no scripture that even come close to that. That's why not too many people watch his ass. Go ahead.
I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power.
Go ahead. Read on.
It says, thus saith the Lord power, because the Philistines have dealt by revenge, and have taken vengeance with a despiteful heart to destroy it for the old hatred. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will stretch out mine hand upon the Philistines, and I will cut off the cherethims and destroy the remnant of the sea
In other words,
coast.
not just Edom. We're going to get them Hamites. We're going to get them Moabites. Matter of fact, get me Numbers 24.
Yeah, man, because we can't forget about you other nations too. Because, we really focus on this devil so much, man. But you Africans, man, ooh, man, when that time come, because, man, that shit you was doing when you caused the so-called Negroes to come over here, and you Arabs, it was you, and you was the Arabs and the Africans that got Jake over here in the first place. And y'all did everything Esau did. You were torturing Jake. You were raping the Israelite woman. And Moab, you goddamn gooks, Ammon, Japheth, all you all going to get messed up. And we're going to equally just mess you up, man. We'll get you on slavery, man.
So go ahead, read that next scripture.
All right, this is Numbers 24:14. And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people.
This is Balaam, whose eyes were open, talking to Balak, the king of Moab, the so-called Gooks, Chinese. Go ahead.
And I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people.
Because if you read it's a good story. If you read up above that, really, if you go to the 23rd chapter and the 24th chapter, that's a whole story pretty much. Basically, Balak wanted to have Balaam, this spiritual man, put a curse on the nation of Israel. So they're going back and forth, basically. And what Balaam said, he said, look, man, I'm going to tell you what Israel going to do to y'all, you and these other nations. Because all those nations that he mentioned, they were all in that region of that land at that time. You know, in the future, which we're in now, or we're coming to the so-called future, everybody was scattered. So in the near future, this prophecy is going to take place. This prophecy is about 3,000 years old. So this prophecy still didn't take place. It's about ready to take place. It can take place in the next 6 months. Go ahead.
It says, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. And he took up his
the latter days is talking about now. We're in the latter days.
And he took up his parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor hath said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said, he hath said, which heard the words of the Most High, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel.
Yeah, that star out of Jacob is talking about Yahweh Shai. That's in Revelation 22. If you know what that is, you can go to that. Yeah, and all you other Israelite groups, you half-assed Israelite groups, you guys that are taking the winter off, the Most High going to phase all of you out. All right?
This is Revelation 22 and 16. I, Yahweh Shai, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star.
So that's the bright and morning star. That's how we know that Balaam was referring to the Lord. Because you had the prophets talking about the Lord 3,000 years, 3,500 years before he came on the scene. Moses spoke about the Lord. And what is that, Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter?
Yep. Go ahead. It says, there shall come a star out of Jacob. And
that's Yahweh Shai. There shall come a star out of Jacob.
And a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that...
Dominion means lordship. We're going to be lords over you. Go ahead.
And shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable.
That's them so-called them gutter rats.
He took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
What does that mean? His latter end shall be that he perish forever. That means that he's going to be destroyed, completely destroyed, liquidated. Go ahead.
And he looked on the Kenites and took up his parable and said, strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock.
That's those Hamites, because the first cave dwellers was Hamites, Canaanites.
Nevertheless, the Kenite shall be wasted until Ashur shall carry thee away captive. And he took up his parable and said, alas, who shall live when the Most High doeth this? And ships shall come from the coast of Kittim, and shall afflict Ashur, and shall afflict Eber, and he also shall perish forever. And Balaam rose up and went and returned to his place, and Balak also went his way.
Yeah, so that's what's going to ultimately happen. Just like the elder said a few minutes ago, we always talk about what we're going to do to Esau, but it's what we're going to do to all these nations that are not Israelites.
I got some real quick. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 14. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them.
Yeah, the script, like you said, the scriptures cover everything, man. We're getting ready to close up. Anybody got any last thoughts? Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Yeah, basically, like Elder Tahar said, the topic with this whole thing was we were breaking down Django Unchained. Pretty much, we're going to reiterate what we said, man. That movie was a spiritual movie. It was a beautiful movie. I dare say it was the best movie ever made. And it's prophetic, man, because that's the spirit. You need to be in that Django spirit right now,
and
man.
That movie you could never, if you think back 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they would never let that movie come out. Once the elite screened it, they said, "Nah, you ain't playing this goddamn movie, man." This is the right time for the how you say it, the metal is hot. You know, when you hit the hammer to the metal when you're making a sword, the metal is hot, man.
Right. Ready
you know,
to be forged.
Right, ready to be forged. Yep. And that's the spirit working on these devils. Like I said, the so-called Jews, they were behind that. They backed that shit up. Because the opening of the film, the production company, I think is Weinstein or something like that. The so-called Jews are behind everything. And they know that they're going to go down, man. So they're bringing out that spirit to sort of wake up Jake, to sort of give Jake a boost.
Right.
You know? A jump start. To get his mind to working. To spark his brain.
That's why the Most High said, "Who shall rouse him up?"
That's right. And that movie roused up a lot of Jakes, man.
Yep. Yeah. That's right, man. That's right. The Lord used Esau to rouse you up because the Lord, he's the master, man. He used Esau to do that, to get Jake riled up, to get ready for this war between Jake and Esau and the nations, man. So that movie was spiritual. When you look at movies, don't look at it for the entertainment aspect. You're supposed to use your brain, like the Elder Tahar just said. The Most High put the spirit on these devils to do that, to spark that thing in your daggone brain, to make y'all start thinking, man. Looking at these white people sideways and thinking about the spirit you're supposed to be in.
Not only looking at these Edomites sideways, but look at these Stevies. These modern day. I got my eye on one of them Stevies right now, boy. And you know, when the Most High, either the Most High take him out or the Most High give him to me. Either way, he's done for. You know?
Yeah, we know exactly who the nigga is. He's done. Lord gonna get him. Them Stephen. You know, the nigga that Samuel L. Jackson portrayed. You got a lot of niggas like that out there, man. And you gonna be dealt with too by the spirit of the Lord, man.
And anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
In my world, you gotta get dirty. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting dirty.
Say, what is your name, boy?
Django.
How'd you like the bounty hunting business?
Kill white folks and they pay you for it. It's not the light. I like the way you die, boy.
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
I need 100 black covers for 100 bad men, 100 black grapes so I can...
Something up with these two. They here for that girl.
We gonna have us a Candyland tartan feathering in this house.
Monsieur Candy. Whenever you're ready.
I need 100 black coffins, black coffins, black coffins. Oh Lord, I need 100 black coffins, black coffins.
There is no one that appreciates showmanship more than Monsieur Calvin J. Candy.
Look at me.
Bullseye.
Django.